This week, we're wrapping up our series profiling the 3 finalists vying for the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Young Farmers and Ranchers Achievement Award. The winner will be announced at the 102nd Annual Louisiana Farm Bureau Convention in New Orleans.
Aaron and Jamie Lee raise cattle, crawfish, rice, and sugarcane on their 6th-generation farm in Vermilion Parish, where Mother Nature can be a very fickle farming partner. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes as another storm swells across the skyline in Vermilion Parish. That seems to be the ironic story of the season for farmers Aaron and Jamie Lee. Too much rain after last year's record-breaking drought.
It humbles you to know that there's only so much that you can control. You can do everything right, and if the weather says that it's just not the time, then it's just not the time. And I feel like the drought this past summer is a perfect example of that. You really just have to have faith that everything's going to work out, and we wake up and we do our best every day, and we know that that's all we can do.
For the Lee family, faith is vital to growing this cattle, rice, crawfish, and sugarcane operation.
It's been a passion of mine since I was a little kid, riding around with my dad and my grandfather, you know, on the same farm that we're farming now, and it's always been, you know, a real part of my life, and I guess my passion for it just outplays the bad that can come with it.
As a 6th-generation farmer, Aaron is no stranger to weathering the storms that come with farming this land in South Louisiana.
Anytime a hurricane would come and push a storm surge on us, it would flood the pastures and pull our fences down. And every time a storm comes, our cattle were getting further and further away from the place, and it was getting harder to keep them all together and keep it productive. And we've been noticing over the years that the fields that flood that have sugarcane on them seem to be still productive. It seems to be a pretty resilient crop, you know, that can survive a disaster a little bit better than cattle anyway.
That's exactly why the Lees decided to try their hand at planting sugarcane 2 years ago.
There is some stress with starting something new, but we're learning fast.
It's a little scary, you know, you're definitely taking a leap of faith, but we really think it's going to be successful. We've done our homework on it, and everyone in the sugarcane industry has been so helpful and so welcoming. They're really there to help us, and they want to see us succeed in it. So I think it's going to go well, and I think it's exciting to have more to pass on to the next generation.
With that in mind, Aaron and Jamie are not only working to grow this farm, but also preserve the land to pass on to the 7th generation, Aaron Jr.
We have plans for our son and Aaron's nephews to help carry on the family farm, and that wouldn't be possible if we weren't being sustainable. So while the word itself might be something new and trendy, you know, what we're doing hasn't changed. The technology might look a little different, but it's all for the same goal of keeping our land healthy, using as few resources as possible. You know, we all want to have that same end goal, and that's what I wish a lot of people would really understand, is what the general public thinks they want from sustainability is what we have always strived for. You know, it's nothing new for us.
And she's working to spread that message off the farm as an ag teacher at Kaplan High School.
I really stress the importance of them understanding that American agriculture is a safe and sustainable food supply. We all want to grow safe, healthy food for our families. We're buying the produce and the rice and the sugarcane that we grow. You know, that's what we're feeding our family. So we wouldn't feed you something that we wouldn't feed our own family.
From the classroom to the field, family is the key to surviving storms here on the farm, where Aaron Jr. is already preparing to take over the wheel from Dad.
It's definitely an eye-opening experience. Now that I'm a dad of my own and have my own child, you know, son to raise in this, it really makes it more of a passion for me, really, to keep this going and for him to have something to look forward to as he grows older. I mean, ever since he was old enough to ride on the side-by-side, I've been planning my, you know, here on the place here, checking the water on the rice, I've been planning it, you know, around when he can come, him and Jamie can come ride with me, because he enjoys riding on the bike and seeing me open the pipes, and it's just been really fun.
Knowing that Aaron gets to take AJ to the field with him, you know, AJ is going to be the 7th generation of Lees that gets to go to the field to work with his dad. And to me, that's just so special. That's such a beautiful family to have here.
The winner of the 2024 Young Farmers and Ranchers Achievement Award will receive a $35,000 cash prize and an all-expenses-paid trip to the American Farm Bureau Convention in San Antonio, Texas, to compete for the National Wife in Our Achievement Award in January of 2025. Congratulations to each of the finalists. I am certainly glad that I don't have to make the final decision this year.